So we've touched on residential lending in previous videos. What if I was a medical professional looking to purchase commercial property? What kind of options are available?
Yeah, so there are two main options when looking at commercial property. So you've got your traditional investment commercial property, essentially buying a property, renting it out and receiving rental income. More specifically to medical professionals, you're looking at that owner-occupied purpose. So purchasing a property that will actually be the home for your practice, be it consulting room, medical practice, dental practice. Now, one of the great things we can actually look at is 100% lending against that property.
So essentially what you're saying is a medical professional can actually purchase a premises to practice out of with no deposit?
Yeah, that's correct. So there are costs associated. You'd be looking at GST implications, there can be stamp duty involved, but from a deposit point of view, there are lending options up to 100%. Now, it would be up to the credit assessment process to actually determine the ultimate LVR. So it's really important you do the due diligence on the location, where that practice is actually going to be established, and make sure there's a marketable demand. If you're setting up in an area with a high concentration of specialty, so for example, a dental practice setting up and there's already 10 dentists, it's obviously going to be hard to establish your practice in that location, and that can affect the ultimate LVR. Whereas if you're in a suburb that doesn't have any practices, demand is instant and your practice can ultimately be successful.
Let's just say I've purchased the premises, I'm ready to start a practice. What now?
It's a great question because essentially when you buy a property, it's likely not fit for purpose. So the interior of the actual property won't be set up as a practice. The great thing that's available is not only 100% lending on the property, but also 100% lending on the fit out. And what that means is essentially you can borrow those funds for the property and the fit out and not actually pay anything out of pocket from a deposit point of view.
Starting a practice, there's a lot of moving parts. If someone had a specific scenario or any questions, how would they get in contact with you?
There are a lot of moving parts. So getting in contact as soon as possible would be the best way forward. You want to be on the same page, make sure you've got all the information before you start doing your searches. But if you did want to get in contact, there's a QR code at the end of the video. If you enter your details, I'll be in contact and we can discuss your specific scenario.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.